everybody, it's Stu from Ukulele Zen. Today we're going to be learning You Are the Sunshine of My Life. You are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around. What I'd like to do with this video is take you through the chords in a nice relaxed way. This is a video that has a play-along jam audio track and it's available for patrons. If you want to check out that jam track, it's at the link below. I also made a preparatory lesson that you can click right here and watch. It's a video that will teach you this beautiful keyboard intro. Click the link below to visit the Patreon post with the downloadable PDF. It has the tab for the main riff, it has all these chords and the lyrics all ready for you, and most importantly, the play along, jam along audio track. Hope you enjoy it. I hope it serves you well. And by the way, if you are a patron at the $5 or $10 level, there will be extra videos to go deeper into these jazzy chords. I've got some different fingerings and some tricks that I'm going to be sharing with you there. Thanks so much for your support on Patreon. What I'd like to do now is just take you through some options of the chords. We're going to be strumming through this in a very, very relaxed way so we can focus on the left-hand changes. That's kind of the hardest part of this song. But just so you know, the strum you can use once you get comfortable with the left hand is a strum that has a nice backbeat chuck sound, and it's like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Easy way to begin is C. You are the D minor of my life. E minor 7. This is open 2, open 2. The next chord on the tablature sheet, I put A7 plus 5, but you can do a couple of different things. A7 is right there. What the plus 5 is dropping the middle finger on that F. That is a raised fifth. It's a nice jazzy sound. The next chord's a little challenging, D minor again, and what we're going to do is drop the pinky on that C note with our pinky at the 3rd fret. That's why I'll always be around. So that's really the nuts and bolts of the main section. So now let's strum through the chords in a very, very mellow way so we can focus on the left-hand change. 2, 3, 4, C. You are the sunshine of my life. Here comes A7 plus 5, D minor 7. That's why I'll always be around. And now when we go through this again, do a few variations. You are the apple. Notice I went directly to the D minor 7 of my eye. Now instead of playing E minor 7 here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the D minor 7, move it up 2 frets, and I'm playing a new voicing of E minor 7. Now instead of playing the next chord as A7 plus 5, what I'm going to do is play this shape. And what this is A7. Okay, so what we have here in sequence, you are the sunshine. Move it up 2 frets. Now watch, my pinky moves down. And now my pinky moves down too. That's why I'll always be. See what I did there? I added a plus 5, a sharp fifth to the G7 chord. Be around. Now there's a couple of nice things you can do on the chord in between E minor 7. Right here, I'm going to move this down 1, 2, 3 frets, and then lift that up. It's a funny fingering at first because normally you would play A7 with this finger. But by doing this, you're adding that nice melody to it. Here it is in context. 1, 2, second time through. You are the sunshine of my life. Here it comes. That's why I'll always be around. And then D minor 7, G7, and we're back home. Here's another nice variation you can do. When you're playing D minor 7 to G7, well, you can play those two chords up here. D minor 7, played by barring all the way across the 5th fret. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that finger down 1 fret, but I'm only fretting at the 4th fret. It looks like I'm barring, but actually I'm not, right? And then I'm going to take this finger and smush down all 3 strings. Now, if that's tricky for you, you can of course use these fingers. And what you're playing here is a G9 chord. It's a G7 with an extra note added, an A note. When you play this, it's a colorful way of moving through the same chord progression. Okay, you see what I'm doing here? And when I get to C, I may, depends on how I feel, depends what I want to do, I might play my C major like this, open, open, 3, 3, or I may just play the good old open C. Now here's the second part, it's the verse. I feel like this is the beginning. Nice beautiful chords there. C major to D minor, and then we play a chord that sounds very complex. It's F add 9, but all it is an F major chord without this note added. You're adding the 9, the G. And then I move to a C major 7, which is open, open, open 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like this is the beginning. Though I've loved you for a million years. Let's talk about what's happening here. The second half, the second line. Though I've loved F you for a million years. Right on the melody note, years. B minor 7. I'm barring across all the strings. And then the next chord is E7. And that's a great thing to do, just to go directly to the E7. I did something a little differently. I played this chord, I played the diminished 7th chord. Okay, that's 1, 2, 1, 2. Check out my fingering. And then I lift up my middle finger. And what this is, it is different fingers, but it is the same as an E7. So what's happening there is I'm playing an E7 with a sharp 9. To put a little more tension into the chord progression. Then it resolves to this gorgeous chord, A major 7, 1, 1, open, open. Here it is in context one more time. 2, 3, 4. Though I've loved you for a million years. And if I thought our love was Now in this part of this chord progression, Stevie Wonder does something really interesting. He moves from A major 7 to D major 7, E7, and then to A minor. The ear is expecting another major chord, but he surprises you with a minor chord. Then what I like to do is I like to add this little tension. So what I'm doing there is I'm dropping the pinky at the 4th fret and playing these 2 strings together. Then I put the ring finger at the 3rd fret, slide down to the 2nd fret, and then to the 1st fret, and then open. Now, depending on how you feel this rhythmically, you may not want to put all those notes in. It all depends on how you can fit it into the timing. After that, I drop a D7 chord here, and I like to put this 9 onto the D7 chord. See, I'm dropping that ring finger there. Drowning in my own tears. And now here we are again at that D minor 7 to G7, and you can add the +5 with the pinky. I'm going to play the verse one more time, start to finish. You can copy some of the things I'm doing. 3, 4. I feel like this is the beginning. Oh, I've loved you for a million years. And if I thought our love was find myself drowning in my own tears. Whoa, 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 whoa. You are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around. When you're first learning a complex song like this with new chords, I can't overemphasize the importance of making friends with each chord one event at a time. What I mean by that is that, for you, maybe you're sitting there and this chord feels pretty comfortable, but there still is a little bit of tension here in the wrist. So what I would love for you to experience is this turning the chord on by squeezing, and then pay attention to when the chord is off. And in that moment when it's off, really sink into that space. You gotta really make a physical connection with what that's like to be so relaxed. So relaxed that if you reached out and you hit my hand, it would just fly away. That's how soft my hand is. If you make friends with chords in this way, and you pay attention to the space, you're paying attention to the relaxation, and it makes your practice so much more soothing. So relax, feel the space. You can then move it up 1 fret, and then move it up another fret. And just make friends with each shape. With all of these chords, however, the point is to make sure that you're developing a vocabulary of chords, and it's not just what is happening with your fingertips, but it's paying attention to the larger structure of the hand. Is my wrist relaxed? Is my thumb relaxed? Am I breathing? These are very easy things to lose touch with, so it's not a failure when you forget. In fact, it's a victory when you remember. Okay, so anytime you catch yourself remembering, ooh, my hand is tense. What can I do to relax it? It's not an attitude of, oh, I forgot. It's more of an attitude of, wow, I remembered. Okay? And if you practice in this way, your practice really becomes infused with positive vibrations, and I think you'll find after a while this is much, much more enjoyable way of working. Well, I hope you enjoy playing this song. The jam along, play along track and the song sheet is available down below. For those of you who are patrons at the $5 and $10 level, I'll be making some follow-up videos to go deeper into these chords. But I just really hope that you enjoy the song and that you sing it for somebody that you love today. Thank you so much for being here with me at Ukulele Zen. Look forward to seeing you in another video. Thanks so much for subscribing, sharing this video with your friends, and thank you so much for being a patron of Ukulele Zen. Wishing you well. Thank you.